Hi, this is Dale from Ubiquia. Squibix is now available on Android, so we thought we'd take this opportunity to compare and contrast Motorola's rugged Android handhelds with their traditional Windows mobile device, the MC55A0. Right, so here we have them lined up, the Motorola TC55 Android, the Motorola MC40 Android, and the Windows Mobile 6.5 MC55A0. So let's just compare and contrast these guys here real quick. My particular current favorite is this TC55. It's a Motorola extended version of Android Jelly Bean OS on this guy. And essentially what they've done is they've put their enhancements on Android for security reasons and a couple other little tweaks they've made. For example, they've taken Google Play off this so your employees can't download games and so on to this thing. It has to have applications deployed through a mechanism for enterprise software deployment. It's a 1.5 gigahertz dual core with 1 gig of RAM and 8 gigs of flash on it. So it's pretty snappy actually, this guy. Motorola claims that this capacitive touch screen here is it's a 4.3-inch WVGA outdoor viewable screen, and they claim that you can use a glove on this device over the screen, and it's also since it's submersible, it's also touchable, I guess, underwater, or at least when it's wet. And there's an optional stylus for this guy as well, if you want to use that. There's an integrated optional 1D, I'm sorry, it comes with a barcode scanner regardless, but either 1D or 2D, your choice. And an 8 megapixel camera in the back here as well. It has NFC capabilities, so as we kind of move more towards RFID, we'll be maybe taking advantage of the NFC capabilities of this device. It is military standard 810G with multiple 4-foot drops, IP67 sealing, so as I mentioned, that means that is submersible. And it has Corning Gorilla Glass 2 on it here. It's Wi-Fi A, B, G, NN, and it has a 4G radio in it as well if you want to put it on Verizon's LTE network. Bluetooth 4.0, an extended battery option, which we'll sell them this way, so that you have extended battery life on it. A removable battery for charging as well. This guy's just under 8 ounces. And with all the accessories, I have a boot on this guy to make it even more rugged, and a couple charging accessories. This thing retails for about $1,400. The MC40 here, we were trying to figure out why the TC55 and the MC40, but I think we got a couple of things here to contrast these two guys. This also has Motorola's Android Jelly Bean OS that's been adopted a little bit, just like this one has. This one has an 800 megahertz OMAP 4-core processor. Well, not the same, but a capacitive touch 4.3-inch screen. Obviously, it's not submersible. This one we'll talk about in a second. An integrated 2D only barcode scanner here, and so no 1D options on this guy. An 8 megapixel camera. This one does not have NFC on it, but it does have an integratable mag stripe reader, so for scanning cards and so on. It is also military standard 810G with multiple 4-foot drops, but an IP54 sealing as opposed to this guy, so this is not submersible. It's also Wi-Fi through N, but there's no phone in this guy, although it does incorporate push-to-talk and voice over IP. And it has Bluetooth 2.1 on it. Slightly heavier than this guy at 9 ounces plus. And with cables and cradles, it's a little bit more pricey at $1,750 with all the charging accessories and whatever you might get to secure this in a holster or so on. So $300 more than this guy per device, retail. And then last but not least, the good old grandfather of these guys right here. This is the MC55 Sorry, I just put it in sleep mode now. It's getting very tired. We've been recording all day with this, so. This is a Marvell PXA 320 806 megahertz processor. It's not as fast as these guys. These are really fast, snappy devices compared to this. It has a small 3.5-inch VGA glass screen with just analog resistive touch, so no gloves or anything like that on this guy. It has an integrated 1D or 2D barcode scanner on it, your choice. So this one, only 2D. This one, your choice of 1D or 2D, the TC55. The MC55, your choice of 1D or 2D. It has an optional 3.2 megapixel camera on it, and these by default come with the camera. Slightly more rugged with a 6-foot drop, multiple 6-foot drop tests on military standard 810G IP64 ceiling. So this one is not submersible. And this one is Wi-Fi through G, so not N, Bluetooth 2.1. And if you want a phone option on this guy, you need to upgrade to the MC65. We sell these with an extended battery option, as you can see right here as well. And it's quite a bit heavier than this guy at 11 ounces. The difference, one of the main differences besides the speed and so on with this guy is the fact that it actually has a physical keyboard if you're into that, as opposed to a soft keyboard, although it has both of them on this device as well. And we've been proponents over the past years of the physical keyboard, but you know, things have moved along quite well, and soft keyboards are really good these days, and people are used to using them. So we're big fans of these two Android devices here. Now, the MC55A0, by the time you add cables and cradles and so on with this guy, you're looking at a retail price of around $22.50 plus. So several $100s more than a TC55 here. So that's a quick review of these three devices and how we deploy them. We've been really proud of Squibix operating on Android, and we'd be excited to distribute either the TC55 or the MC40 to you. Enjoy our next review next time.